Leafs Nation! Woo-hoo! 7 consecutive W's for the Toronto Maple Leafs tonight as they end off the road trip at Ball Arena in Colorado against the Avs. And they beat them 4-3 in regulation. For all the excuses we've seen recently. Oh, they played the Blues twice. Oh, they played the Flyers who were frauds. Oh, the Ducks, the Yotes. Vegas doesn't have Stoner Eichel. What's the excuse tonight? Well, the Avs aren't playing their best recently. The Leafs also just played a 4-game road trip, and this is the last game of it. And they win in regulation against the Avs, who basically never lose at home. The boys are buzzing. And Leaf fans, I would love to watch these games live with you guys on TikTok. And if you're not into TikTok, I totally understand that. I have to hit 1,000 followers on there before I can go live for you guys. And we are sitting almost at 8:30. Like, we had a massive jump the last couple days. And I want to see that thing rolling. And if you've not followed up the page, please go do so. The link is down below for TikTok. Or search up TO Sports Talk on TikTok. Because boy, oh boy, a game like this, I would have loved to interact with you guys, answer questions, react to the goals together as a fan base, and enjoy the damn game. I mean, I did by myself, but really, it's more fun with people. So the link is down below for that, so go check it out. Now, let's break down this puppy, shall we? First period, yeah, it didn't look great. Simone Benoit takes a delay of game penalty less than a minute in, and you're like, oh, God. And Lehkonen with a backdoor feed. It was McKinnon with a beautiful slap pass backdoor to Lehkonen, who redirects it in past Samsonov. It's a 1-0 Avs lead. Just over halfway through the period, Andrew Cogliano, after McKinnon just flying down the right side, Riley tries to dive, I don't know, and Brody tries to come across to block the pass, goes through him. You can't blame him for it, and then Cogliano finishes it off, and the Leafs are down 2-0 11 minutes into this game. Now, I'm going to stop right there, okay? Think about this scenario for a second, okay? And what the Leafs players could have thought. You're down 2-0 to a really good team on their home ice. They are outstanding at Ball Arena. They're flying. You're at the end of a road trip. The excuses are written for you. They could have just caved in and lost, and that would have been the end of that. And we would have sat here like, well, last game of the road trip, it's tough one, really good team who is really good on home ice. It is what it is. You move on. But no! They chose not to. Because on the power play, Bertuzzi from a gorgeous, gorgeous pass from Mitch Marner just over 2 minutes after the Cogliano goal. Leafs buried on the power play. Bertuzzi's got his 8th of the year, 13:42 into the first period, and it seems like they've found something with BERT on that top line unit on the power play instead of having John Tavares on the PP1. You go into the second period, shots and goal were 12-11 Leafs in the first, and you trail 2-1. And I said it to my dad while I was watching the game. I'm like, you know what? For the way that first period started and the way it looked for like half of it or just over half of it, boy, oh boy, to be down only 2-1 feels like a win. And in the second period, again, it was a lot of back and forth, right? Leafs had some opportunities. They couldn't score. But then Tyler Bertuzzi, yet again, buries one. And the Leafs have tied the game at 2. And this was late in the second period. It is a massive goal for the Leafs. I'm just going to try and pull it up here because I can't quite remember as to what the hell happened in that game or for that second BERT goal because he had 3 of them today. So let's check out that second BERT goal. BERT, yeah, tie game. There it is. Oh yeah, with the Willie Nylander toe drag around the sliding Cale Makar, and he tries to slide it to Max Domi, and it gets knocked down obviously by the next defender sliding across. But BERT follows up the play and buries it past Georgiev. And the Leafs have tied the game at 2. With what? Just over 5 minutes to play in the second period. A massive goal there. And then, just over 2 minutes. Just over 2 minutes after Bertuzzi ties the game, and you're thinking, man, going to the intermission with the tie game is not bad. Mitch Marner controls play. He controls the puck, gets to the top, sees Nyes alone in front, I mean, the defenders are, where I'm looking at them right here. They're about at the hash marks, and Nyes is just standing in front of Georgiev. Marner fires a wrister from the point. I thought initially it was tipped in by Nyes, but it looks like it went in clean. And the Leafs have the lead. It's 3-2 Leafs. With what? Just, I don't know why the app shut down there, but about 4 minutes to go, in the second period. And they have the lead. It's nuts. By the way, Marner and Nylander have assists on the first BERT goal. Nylander and Domi have assists on the second BERT goal. Nyes and Brody have assists on the Marner goal. And the Leafs go into the intermission up 3-2. Shots on goal were 14-9 in favor of the Leafs. And in the third, we see the graphic pop up that the Avalanche are the top team in the NHL in third period goals. And how many times today? It felt like it was at least 2 or 3 times that they had offensive zone time, and then a Leaf stick shatters. And you're like, oh, now we're basically shorthanded. And it happens here, and Nylander gets a stick, gets back into the play, but no one can reset enough, and Rantanen fires one in from the point. And Samsonov looking the other way, he fires it to the other side, and Samsonov can't get across to make the save. And we're tied at 3, less than 5 minutes into the third. It stinks. And as the period goes along, it looks like Colorado's building momentum, and we're like, oh no, this doesn't look good. But then, Mikko Rantanen, a delay of game penalty. I mean, he had tons of time to make another play. He must have thought someone was bearing down on him or something, because he picked the puck up along the boards and just flicked it into the stands. And you see by his reaction, he's like, are you kidding me? He goes into the penalty box and he's hanging his head. And you can go to my Twitter. I tweeted out, I'm like, make them pay for this. It's less than 5 to go in the game. You had a golden opportunity. Your power play has been on fire recently. Make them pay. And Willie Nylander gets the puck below the goal line. And it looks like he's going to go around the back of the net. Or at least that's what Alexander Georgiev thinks is going to happen. But before Nylander can get behind the net, he has a backhand pass in front of the net, and Georgiev's looking to the other post, and Bertuzzi buries the hat trick. Goal number 10 on the season for Bert, the power play marker again. Nylander and Matthews. Oh, secondary assist for Matthews. So everybody yapping Matthews for the assist can go shove that one, especially since it was a secondary one. But who the hell cares? Less than 3 to play in regulation, and the Leafs take the lead. And again, I tweet this out. Hang on to this game. This is a perfect narrative way to end this trip. And I don't know if a stick shattered again, or if they had multiple times to clear the puck out of the zone and they couldn't do it. And I'm like, this is a disaster. And then Tavares has golden opportunity to shoot it into the empty net, and he decides not to. Puck starts bouncing on him. He turns it over, and here comes Nathan MacKinnon blistering through the neutral zone, and he shoots it, and Samsonov makes a save, and that's game. Oh, what a hockey game. And I gotta say, as a pure hockey fan, what a night for sports, huh? What a night for hockey. Think about it. Leafs Avalanche. Bruins Canucks. Battle of Alberta. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Shots on goal in the game are 30-29 in favor of the Leafs. They got outshot 9-4 in the third period. And at one point it was 7-0. And they were hanging on for dear life. They were probably exhausted. The last game of the trip, third period, they played hard all game long. And they found a way. They really did. All right, special teams-wise, Leafs were 2 for 2 in the power play, and they stay red hot, especially with Bert on that top pairing. They were 1 for 1. Obviously, the first goal of the game, the Lehkonen goal, was the lone power play for the Colorado Avalanche. Player stats. Ilya Samsonov, I didn't like his game at all tonight. I understand. Look, 3 on 29 is not a horrific number. I think it's still better than his season numbers. It is. But I didn't like his game tonight. If you watch the game from start to finish, it felt like every shot that was going towards net, either he didn't know where it was, he was kind of like flying around like this, and I'm like, oh God, Samsonov. Or when the shot's getting fired right at him, it's just bouncing off of him into the slot, or just not freezing the puck, and I'm just stressed out the entire time. You know, he may look, we got to win. It's great. But God, that was stressful from Samsonov. And Leaf fans, Joe Woll played his first game with the Marlies there yesterday against the Laval Rocket. I was getting pummeled, right? He was getting knocked into the net, guys landing on top of him, and as a Leaf fan, you're like, cringing like crazy. But he was okay. Allowed 1 goal on, 35 or 36 shots, picks up the win, healthy. Great signs for Joe Woll in the Toronto Marlies game there yesterday. And Dennis Hildeby had, 1 goal in 25 or 26 today. He did fantastic as well. So, great goalie weekend for Leaf fans, at least in the minors. Now, key players, obviously BERT. 3 goals in the game for Tyler Bertuzzi. Marner with a goal and an assist and a +1. Dude stays absolutely red hot. Matthews with an assist, secondary one. There you go. Willie Nylander, 3 assists in the game today. He was awesome. Nyes, Brody, and Domi all get assists as well. And the Leafs, for the first time since 2003, have won 7 consecutive games. It's a wild time right now. And enjoy it, Leaf fans. We're used to misery. We're used to garbage happening to us. You've won 7 in a row, whether it's playoffs. Enjoy the damn thing. Enjoy the now. And right now, it's fun to watch this team because they have 3 lines. That 4th line still caved teams in today. How many times do we see the Camp Reeves-Holmberg line hem the Avalanche in their own zone? And that's really all you're asking for a 4th line is try and control the game a little bit, right? Have it in the offensive zone. Don't play in your own end the entire time. And they did that again today. I was really impressed with that 4th line yet again. And Bertuzzi's starting to get hot. And the power play's on fire. It's great. It really, really is. All right, now, next game for the Toronto Maple Leafs. They welcome in the Vegas Golden Knights. Again, all right, like we mentioned in the last video, it's a bloodbath of a schedule. You beat Vegas in regulation. You just beat Colorado in regulation. You got Vegas again on Tuesday at Scotiabank Arena as the boys come back home. Again, first game back after a long road trip. Again, a possible spot for an egg. We shall see. 7 o'clock puck drop there, assuming Ilya Samsonov's getting the cage there, but we shall see, all right? So you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and the win today, because if you didn't, you're obviously not a Leaf fan, and if you're a Leaf fan, you loved it, so smack that like button. I do appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button. You guys not already, comment down below your thoughts on the video, thoughts of the game. What'd you like, what'd you not like from today's game for the Toronto Maple Leafs? Twitter, Discord, Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff is down below. So follow up there if you've not done so already, and I will talk to you guys. Jay's Edition tomorrow. We'll wrap up the first 2 spring training games and a wild one today down there in Dunedin. We'll talk about that stuff tomorrow. As for the Raptors, they're back in action. Was it Monday? Hold up. They're going to Indiana. But is it Monday or tomorrow? I think it's Monday. Yeah, it is. Monday night, 7 o'clock. Tip-off in Indiana against Pascal and the Pacers as they look for their pizza party. And as for the Leafs, they look to make it 8 straight as they welcome in the Golden Knights to Scotiabank Arena on Tuesday night. Let's keep this thing rolling. 7 o'clock puck drop there. Thank you so much for listening and watching. Hope you enjoyed the video and, of course, this game today. We'll talk to you guys then.